Hey, this week we're going to address the amygdala. The amygdala being hijacked. Yes, we talk about emotional intelligence, and this is the third part of our series. The first week we talked about self-awareness, the second, self-management. But how can you manage your emotion when your amygdala is being hijacked? Well, today we're going to address amygdala hijack, and we're going to give you a couple of points on how to deal with your emotional state once it's hijacked, so you can come down and so you can be safe and stable. Enjoy the video. Hi, for those who are clicking in on the first time, this is a Hero's Journey with Dr. D, here to encourage, to inspire, to motivate, and educate, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you find any value in this content, go ahead. Help me help you so we can help others by liking, by clicking the thumbs up, and sharing. What you do is you join with me and climb with me as we try to make a better tomorrow today. And currently what we do, we upload a fresh video every week, once a week, and we do a live stream on Wednesdays and a replay with a live chat on Thursday. And also you can click down below and we cover all the major podcasts, and click the link and find your podcast so you can listen while you drive to and from work. Now enjoy the video. The amygdala is a collection of cells near the base of the brain. There are two, one at each hemisphere or side of the brain. This is where emotions are given meaning, remembered, and attached to associations and response to them. In other words, the emotional memories. First, let's talk about the principles of the hijack. This is what happens. What happens with the amygdala, it's a small almond-shaped piece, like behind your ear. You have two of them. And what happens is that you have five senses. And we all know we have five senses. You got your sight, your hearing, your touch, the feeling. You know, the five senses. And when you receive a message that comes through your senses, it goes to the thalamus. The thalamus is the control center of your brain. And what happens is that the thalamus makes out two reports when you receive a message. Now, in the message, there's two reports. One report goes to your amygdala. It's a short, brief, and direct report. And a more detailed report goes to your prefrontal cortex, which is the executive, rational thinking part of your brain. But how it gets hijacked is, because that's what gets hijacked. The rational, the cognitive, the executive function, the things that you do, things logically, that gets hijacked. It gets hijacked by the amygdala. The amygdala is the processing center. It's the messenger that sends messages all throughout the brains, because it's the brain's alarm system. Back in prehistoric days, you need the alarm system because a tiger may come out at you, or a lion may come at you. So you had to fight or fright. And just come to recent education has shown us recently that it's not just two, it's three. It's fight, fright, and freeze. Just like the deer in the headlights gets froze. This is what happens when the amygdala sends a message. It sends a message to the prefrontal cortex trying to say, this is what's happening and this is what I'm going to do. Because it kind of takes charge of the whole situation. It sees something in the eye sockets, in the eye sensories, and it says, okay, it's an emergency. We got to do something about it. So it sends a message. So it receives a message to the executive order. They're trying to pull things together, trying to process it. But what happens? It keeps on sending messages. So it hijacks the processing element in the prefrontal cortex. So it hijacks it so much where it kind of drains the blood. It consumes more blood, and how it consumes the blood is that it hijacks the prefrontal cortex with messaging, and it's just bombarded, so it doesn't have time to process the thoughts in effective time. But then also it sends messages to the automatic nervous system. Say, listen, man, we got problems. We need to get up on guards. So the automatic nervous system sends messages to the major muscle groups. So the blood is drained from majority of the brain. And is going toward the areas that need it the most. The muscles, because it's fight or flight. So everything is built up enormously for a specific time, because this is the moment of truth. It's better be safe than sorry. That's the terminology of the amygdala. Better be safe than sorry. We're gonna protect at all means. So I'm pulling out the guns. And I'm putting all my energies, my oxygen, my blood. And we have about 9 pints of blood. So majority of that goes toward the major muscle groups. So if it's going toward there, then our mind is kind of foggy because it's lacking oxygen. So it's kind of difficult to process. It's very difficult to process, which causes the rage or the just going outside your mind, because you can't process what's going on. So what happens that it goes in that area and then it takes over the hormonal areas, which causes an overflow of cortisol, which in effect causes depression, because the amygdala overloads the prefrontal cortex. And because the first part of emotional intelligence is that you need to be aware. It triggers. The goal is to learn your triggers. If you learn your triggers, then you can do some things that can assist you from going off the ledge, so to speak. So that's pretty much how the amygdala works. It's the messenger. It sends more messages than any other structure within the brain. And it hijacks the prefrontal cortex, the intelligent part, the rational part. So you don't even have the opportunity to become rational. Now, these are the 6 things that I was going to tell you coming up next about how do you stop the amygdala from being hijacked. These are 6 things that you can do that can stop the hijacking of your amygdala. The first thing, stop and breathe. Yeah. Second thing, be aware of your mind and your body, or bring awareness to it. Third thing, accept it and acknowledge it. Fourth thing, realize that it's only temporary. Fifth, investigate the source. Sixth thing, decide on how you're going to respond. These are important things that you can take into practice right now. Now, if you would like a little bit more in detail, in depth about each 6 step, click up to my right or my left. If it's not there today, it'll be there tomorrow. I will continue on briefly about the processes in between 1 and 6 about stopping the hijacking of your amygdala. Now, if you find any value in this content, please don't hesitate. Help me help you so we can help others. See, by clicking subscribe, sharing, and giving the thumbs up, what you do is you join with me. You come and connect with me and help me make a better tomorrow, today. So, if you don't remember anything from the video, remember this thing, that you're important. I think so, God thinks so, and that every day you wake up vertical. Make it your goal in life to always move forward and never move back. This is the hero's journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings. And